Hey, hi, how are ya? I hope you're good. This is Future JC here to let you know that this may come as a shocker to most of you, but these are my opinions. These are things that I believe, and I'm not a writer and I don't have a working brain. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. It's all very subjective. Let's continue on with the video. I've always thought that Netflix had the worst variety of shows compared to all the other streaming platforms. Like their anime is like kind of good. Like, they have some greats, they have some good shows, but for the most part, it's kind of lackluster. Their original shows can be mesmerizing and take you on wild rides, or they could just be flops. Like literally cafeteria food for entertainment type shit. Now, don't get me wrong. Netflix does know how to make a good movie or show here and there. The Harder They Fall is one of the best movies I've ever watched, and I'm definitely gonna make a video on it someday. And The Umbrella Academy seems very promising. I started watching that recently, and I can't wait to watch the next episode after this. But for the most part, Netflix feels like that one cousin that every time he comes to your house, you just wanna. But not too long ago, I was chilling with a friend, and me and her were thinking of shows to watch. We scrolled through a lot of good shows, but one of them caught my eye. A show packed with amazing comedy, a great cast, and you know what? Let me just show you so you can see it for yourself. Inside Job is my favorite comedy on Netflix at the moment. We follow Reagan. She's a genius child prodigy who's antisocial and sinks herself into her job so that she can ignore all of the trauma given to her by her egotistical parents. Oh, and she's also part of the deep state. In other words, Reagan is a girl boss. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, yes sir. The show revolves around Reagan and her team trying their absolute hardest to control humanity without getting caught. Now I know what you might be thinking. Gee there, young feller. Controlling the whole humanity, that's a big tax. That's a lot of work. And you know what, viewer? You're absolutely right. Mass control is not easy to do. I've been placing subliminal messages in all of these videos so you can subscribe to my content. But the reason why Reagan in specific has a hard time with controlling the whole of humanity is because she's a control freak in a team full of wild cannons. The cast of Inside Job is exactly what you think of when you think of the deep state. No, not like the people who follow the deep state, not them, okay? You think of a lot worse shit. I'm talking about the people in the deep state. First off, we have Dr. Andrew. Now, Dr. Andrew is famous for creating every chemical that is meant to keep humanity bumbling like the fools we are. The catch being, the man will ingest any kind of drug he could get his hands on. The man is never sober, and I gotta say, I respect the hell out of that, alright? Mama ain't raised no quitters in this fucking household. Next to him, you'll always find the magic sentient mushroom called Magic Mike. Now, Magic Mike is from Middle Earth, okay? And the only thing he loves more than drugs is, let's just call it holding hands so YouTube isn't mad at me. These two are like the comedic duo, okay? They're always out here giving out zingers like Trump was giving out stimmies in 2020. They don't really ever take the helm, They don't really have anything very important going on because their only job is to be funny. If something fucks up and gives everybody else something to do, it might be them, or they might be part of the solution, but they are never really the solution, Next up, we got the brainwashing queen herself, Gigi. Men wanna be her, and women want her. Gigi is basically any influencer on steroids. The woman invented the selfie so that humanity can spy on itself. I love that. I don't know why. I just love that shit. She's very materialistic. She's always talking about how hot she is or how hot everybody else is. That type shit. And she's always looking for ways to make spying on people way easier. I would say she's like a red flag personified. But if this is a red flag, man, I don't want to see any green flags. she's a queen and we must bow down to the queen. Like the other two, she's not really in the main cast, she's not really doing a lot ever. She's usually in the background, but I would say she's a lot more involved in the day-to-day of the inside job office. We're slowly creeping into the main cast with our next entry. Glenn Dolphman was a part of a super soldier program. His body shifted to become a... Yo, Tojo, this is wrong. Yeah, he's a super soldier, but he's not like Steve Rogers, yo. Use this footage, right? His body changed and shifted to become the world's first human dolphin hybrid and to rule both land and sea. Glenn only has two loves in this world: a good cheeseburger and guns. God damn, someone get this man a beer. His wife used to hold the third place in his heart, but his insecurities made him tarnish that relationship. Now, he's relegated to spying on his wife with the company drones. As a true all-American hero he is. Amen! Now, I can't really decide if Glenn is a background character or a main character. Like, he's definitely not in the starring cast. I don't know. I just have a lot more memories of him being important and the other characters, not so many. Maybe it's because I really like the character. And hey man, we all need a dolphin daddy from time to time. I ain't afraid to say it. With that out the way, let's move on to the actual main cast. Best Boy Brett Hand is a random white guy with no personality that was hired to co-lead the secret squad called the Deep State just because he's best boy. He lack all the brain, has all the looks, but he has no working brain cell at all. He co-leads the team with Reagan, and I don't know how to describe their dynamic, honestly. Brett is usually doing something absolutely stupid while Reagan is correcting him on it. That's as best as I could put it. Brett doesn't add anything to the cast, but at the same time, he's like detrimental to it, Like, Brett isn't always out here with like bright ideas or anything. But like the show without Brett, I don't know, like maybe it could work, but I don't think it'll be as enjoyable. Again, that's my opinion. I like the character, so that's probably why I'm saying it. I don't know, man. I love Brett as a character, I feel like everything that he's involved in this show is just like automatically gonna make me at least exhale with a slight bit of force, to show my respect to the writers. I feel like all of these characters honestly bounce beautifully off each other. I honestly couldn't ask for a better cast. But that's enough about all the losers that live in the background, okay? It's time to talk about the main girl, the bad bitch herself. It's time to talk about Reagan, baby. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Reagan is my favorite character, and that's extremely rare. For those of you that know me personally, you'll probably know that for some reason, I always hate the main character for every show. I don't know. It's always been like that. Hated Naruto. I didn't hate Edward Elric, but he wasn't my favorite. I can't even have 3 seconds of Deku from My Hero Academia in my screen, but I'll take any other character at all, like that type shit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's just how I feel. I'm starting to notice a pattern, but Reagan being my favorite character actually shocked me, Now, I already gave you her sob story, so I'm not gonna bore you with all the details. You already know all you have to know about Reagan. So, I'm gonna tell you what I like about her, why she's my favorite character. I love how she's just so tired of everybody's shit, But at the same time, she can't stop begging for everyone's approval. Like, I couldn't relate more to this girl, you feel me? She loves having control of every situation and rule everything with an iron fist. And while every other character is vibing, doing their own thing, Reagan is the professional vibe killer. Any situation you put Reagan in is gonna be hilarious. One of my favorites is the rest of the cast is having fun at a party, they're all getting lit, and Reagan is out here freaking the fuck out because she has to hug somebody, and the thought of putting her arms around somebody else is freaking her the fuck out. Like, honestly, I couldn't relate more. overall, these characters make this show. I love these characters, and anybody who sees this channel knows that I'm a fucking sucker for good characters. This cast could face any situation, and I assure you it'll be entertaining no matter what. There's no real plot to this series, but we do see characters learn and grow, you know, that kind of stuff. There's a lot more characters like JR and Reagan's dad and such that I'm not gonna talk about now because I'm kind of in a time limit. This is a little, this is a little shorter video than usual. But just know that all the other characters introduced are just as good as the rest of the characters that I've told you about today. This is a really fun show to binge, It's one season, has 10 30-minute episodes. Sounds like a fun night with the boys before we all kiss each other goodnight. What are you still here for? Oh, you one of those cool people. I see. See, the mass majority of people are not gonna see this. Hell, the mass majority of people ain't even gonna get past the second minute. So I appreciate the fact that you're out here all the way at the end of the video. It means a lot. It truly does. See, since you're so cool, why don't you make other people as cool as you? Why not share the wealth, Why don't you just, go share, subscribe, put that bell on, give a like, maybe even send me a comment, give me some clout, bro. I'm trying to be as cool as you. So could you please help me with that? If your answer is no, shit, I'm gonna just have to not kiss you goodnight then. I don't know, man. You pick your poison. I'll see ya. Peace.